What's going on? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling. Really appreciate you guys checking today's video out, and sitting here in the car line waiting to pick up Elijah at a school, kindergarten. Thought I'd do today's video, and I wanted to do the video based upon last week Bassmaster, or actually this week, Bassmaster came out with their top 100 lakes across the country, and I'm going to go through the top 10 here, what they picked out, sort of give you my opinion, and then just discuss the overall impact that this has on a fishery once Bassmaster does this with it, which is not good. Real quick, just wanted to give you guys the daily reminder. If you haven't had a chance, please check out our View Product Shopping tab on the channel now. At the bottom of the video, when you click on it, you'll see a little thing that says View Products. It's just a bunch of products I think you guys might be interested in checking out, and if you just check on one of those products, just look at it. It's a good way to help the channel out. It's much appreciated, guys. Okay, guys, I'm going to read you right off the bat. This is an annual thing that Bassmaster does, and they rated the top 10 overall lakes, and then they did the lakes according to according to different geographical regions of the country. So I basically just wanted to talk about the top 10 first, and then comment on that. So the top 10 they listed was the St. Lawrence River. And this is the order from 1 to 10. St. Lawrence River, O.H. Ivy in Texas, California Delta, St. Clair, Fellsmere Lake in Florida, Clear Lake, Lake Fork, Lake Erie, Sam Rayburn, and Santee Cooper. I think this, first of all, when you're talking about rating the lakes, I think this is a pretty accurate list right here. There's very few exceptions. There's a couple exceptions here. Like, for example, I don't think Lake Fork should be on the top 10. Lake Fork, well, actually, there's two exceptions. Lake Fork and Santee Cooper. Lake Fork, I don't think it should be on the list, because I think Lake Fork is probably one of the most overrated lakes in the country. Yeah, there's some big fish in it, and you can catch big bags, but guys, most everyone I know that fishes down there struggles. We've talked about this before. I've had so many friends go down there over the years because they heard it was so great, and they come back highly disappointed. And if you look at the Elite Series tournament they had down there, the bottom 25% of the guys in that tournament didn't catch crap hardly. And then Santee Cooper, Santee Cooper's a good lake, but Santee Cooper's got a tremendous amount of dead water in it. There's only a few key areas that I think are really good on that lake, but overall it's a pretty good list on there. Now, here's really what I wanted to talk about in the video, is the impact that the Bassmaster Top 100 list has on the lakes. Guys, I have heard this over and over and over again. Once Bassmaster identifies a lake in the top 10, it really harms the fishery as a result, simply because it draws attention to that. Now, not so much for like the St. Lawrence River, which is rated number 1, and the Lake St. Clair. Not so much for those lakes, because they're a long way from a big geographical area where there's lots of fishermen. They have a short season up there, so the impact is not quite as significant on those northern lakes. But all these other lakes, like O.H. Ivy in Texas, number 2, that place is just getting hammered relentlessly. Yeah, it puts out big fish for guys that are throwing A-rigs with live scopes, but it's really going to devastate that fishery being on this list here. And the same with a lot of the other lakes in here. I've talked to so many guys that locals, they said that after they put one of their lakes on the top 10, Bassmaster does, over the next 2 or 3 years, the fishing really goes downhill on that. So I really don't know what they can do about that, unless they just don't want to make a top 100 list. But that's sort of the nature of what we find ourselves in, is when you got probably millions of people see that article through shares and all the social media and that type of stuff. Everybody wants to see what the buzz is about, and they go there. So it's just another product sort of overfishing, what we have as far as our lakes, going downhill. But yeah, I went through and looked at, you guys might check it out. It's on the Bassmaster website. I went through a few of those. The one that I don't agree is the Central Division. They've got some lakes on the Central Division that should not be in the top 30 there. They've got Grand Lake in Oklahoma, which you guys know Grand's one of my home lakes. I fish it. I love the thing. I fished it forever. Grand Lake used to be in the top 10. It's not anymore. Grand Lake has fell victim to overexposure. Bassmasters Classic's been there, big tournaments. The City of Grove, they don't care how many tournaments come in there. They bring more the merrier, and they don't care about the fish in there. They just want the money from the people coming into town. So as a result, Grand Lakes should not be on that list there. And there's a couple other through there, but I'd be curious to give me guys' opinion on there. You know, what you guys think about the top 10 lakes. I do agree that I don't know about O.H. Ivy and the California Delta over St. Clair as second and third, but in my opinion, St. Lawrence River and Lake St. Clair are the two best lakes in this country. And everything else is more situational. It's more streaky, but you know, if you go to the St. Lawrence River and St. Clair, if you know anything about bass fishing, you're going to catch a bunch of fish there, and you can't really say that about these other ones. They got Rayburn listed at number 9. Rayburn's a good lake, but Rayburn's the same way. It's got a lot of dead water in it. It's got a lot of fishing pressure in it. I don't know if it should be on the top 10. Fellsmore in Florida, I watch Roland Martin's YouTube video. He's catching 10-pounders there every week on shiners, but it looks like a pretty good place. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'd be curious to see, and I'm going to get in line here and pick up Elijah, and we'll talk to you guys later.